Hello everyone. We focus on road. Good morning and stuff. I wanted to share, I've been getting like a massive amount of downloads, and I wanted to share one of the messages that I received because it can be for more than just me. The message was in reference to doing shadow work, because recently, like black ice, I just kind of slid upon shadow work again on my spiritual journey, and digging further into myself and further into the shadow. Didn't see it coming, but here we are. And one of the guides that I've been working with in this particular session, this particular part of my journey, was saying that I was just like, I didn't want to do shadow work right now. I want to do this work. Like, this is what I'm trying to do. And they were like, oh, in order to get there, you need to do this first. Like, in order to get from A to C, you need to touch B. Like, you need to touch B. And I'm just like, I really don't want to. But anyway, they explained to me that thinking that you are on a spiritual journey and you try to apply a bunch of spiritual concepts and practices and rituals, learning metaphysical law and trying to apply these laws, none of that matters. None of it matters. I was going to say a cuss word, but they told me to watch my mouth and stop saying so many cuss words. So I'm going to put that into practice. But they were saying that you can try to apply those things. It's not that they're ineffective. It's not that they don't work. It's not that they're a magic wand either. It's not that it's a band-aid. What matters most is you getting down to you. You have to do the shadow work. And they gave me this analogy of all of those things that I just mentioned, the spiritual practices, the rituals, metaphysical law, and all those things that you might learn about, how to navigate in this world better. They were saying that all those things are like putting perfume or body spray on when you have not bathed. Shadow work is the bathing. Shadow work is soap and water. Shadow work is your washcloth. Shadow work is your loofah. It is they even use the word Dettol, which is something people don't even use in this country, but like, it's that pine tar soap, okay? Like, it's cast out soap. It's the bare minimum. It's not a bunch of perfume and sweet smelling soaps that you buy with lotion and stuff in them, like Caress and Dove and things like that. No. Shadow work is a scrub in a tub, like your bath brush. I don't know if y'all ever been bathed by your grandma, but like, my grandma was rough. And that was normal. Like, you scrub. That was a normal thing for them. That's what shadow work is. It's scrubbing away the dirt and the funk, not just going and applying perfume on it and acting like as if your armpits don't stink, acting like as if you washed your ass just because you put body spray on. It's not the same thing. And they're like, all of those things, it might get you, if you ain't had time to shower, you ain't had time to brush your teeth or whatever, you ain't had time to get yourself clean before you applied all those things. You can get through the first couple hours of your day, yeah, sure, and nobody might not notice. But as the day wears on, that smell under your perfume, under your deodorant, under your body spray starts to penetrate the air, and you start to smell a mix of funk and perfume, and no one likes that. Like, it's disgusting, and it's just like, why didn't you take a bath? That type thing. That's what they likened it to. And so I wanted to share the message because it's funny, but it's not funny. Like, there's too many of us on a spiritual journey and not hitting the shadow, and not hitting it as often as we should. Let's put it that way. They were getting on me because I was so intent about purging my apartment, and they were like, oh,
You thought you was doing something when you purged your belongings. Now, purge the shit that's inside of your cells. I just said shit. Purge the stuff that's inside of your cells. Purge the stuff that's inside of your closets. Get into your shadow. There's other stuff that you have not dealt with. Like, I thought that I was dealing with big stuff before when I was working with shadow work, but nah, like this is intense. And I feel happy about it overall because I know that there's another me on the other side of this intensity, on the other side of this intense work. But listen, like, you can't just clean your closet. You gotta clean your closet. You can't just put on perfume. You gotta wash your parts, right? You need to scrub. You need to get clean. And it's happening to me on a cellular level. It's happening to me on an emotional level. There's so many things that are stored inside the body, and that's what I mean by scrubbing. And that's what I mean by cellular level. There's so many things that we call it a shadow, as you know, like a blanket term. But in reality, like, a lot of our traumas and stuff are stored right within our bodies when we go through it, because we don't do normal things like shed your trauma or shake your trauma off and get rid of it. But I'm tampering off a little bit, but it's the same topic in the sense that in, you know, modern society, we do weird things like mask stuff with alcohol, or we go partying, or we, you know, we vent to people. All of that stuff is not actually how you get rid of traumas. Or even better, we all stuff it down and make like it didn't happen to us. And guess where it goes? Inside your cells, inside that gut that you keep carrying around, inside you know, your big hips, or, you know, other big body parts, excess weight. That's what it looks like. That's what trauma looks like. Your body's storing it in health conditions and mental health conditions. It's got to go somewhere. You know, in indigenous culture, prior to all of us, and I do mean everyone, prior to us, you know, being colonized and going along with this modern culture, if you want to call it that, prior to that, we knew that when we went through a trauma or something, that we needed to dance, we needed to drum, we needed to shake that stuff out, we needed to get it out of the body. So yeah, what I'm doing right now is purging from the inside out, not just from the outside and thinking that it's going to affect the inside. All it did was promote purge on the inside. But it's all good. It's all good. It's time to lose that weight, right? So peace and love and understanding to everyone else who also happens to be purging and also happens to be digging and doing the inner work right now. You are not alone. And this is real. It's very real. Anyway, more to come. Y'all take care.